But I wanted to switch over to the Giannis talk. It just dropped today at 11:20. That two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, this came from Shams, of course, is ready for a new home at the February 5th NBA trade deadline. That's damn, that is right around the corner.
A week from
Or
Thursday.
in yeah, or in the offseason as several rival teams make aggressive offers to the Milwaukee Bucks for him. Later reports have reported that the Warriors, Heat, T-Wolves, Knicks, and Pistons are all apparently in the running. He Giannis says he prefers to land on the Knicks, Raptors, and Heat. The Knicks were the first team that came to mind for me. The Warriors are the team that allegedly are being the most aggressive, and the word on the street. I think Logan was the one that said it when I asked for a comment on it. Was that the Warriors probably have the best offer? I don't know if I fully believe that. I feel like the Knicks probably have a better offer because I don't really know what the Warriors have outside of Kuminga that would be that attractive. I think the Pistons could put together an interesting offer. I don't know about the fit per se. Obviously, Giannis doesn't really space the floor that much. Um, but I think the Knicks honestly are probably the one I think is going to end up with them. I think they are desperate right now, and I think they will pull the trigger. They can give him Cat, maybe a bench player. I don't think they really have much draft capital to hand over, but
No, not with all those players, but they can certainly hand over some of those players that aren't working out so well right now.
yeah. And that's not to discount the Warriors and their desperation right now as well. So
True.
I don't know. They're trying to get this right, and I do think that's probably the best fit out of all of these, to be honest. Unless the Heat do a Bam for Giannis swap, I think the
Mm.
best fit would be the Warriors because Giannis and Steph Curry would be an absolutely lethal combo right there. I thought that about Damian Lillard, and it didn't really work out the way I thought it was. I think that was kind of more the coaching than it was the fit. I wish we could go on that whole spiel. Jay Crowder also in all caps, as Jay Crowder does, tweeted that he felt that the turning point and the downswing of the Bucks is when they fired Adrian Griffin for that of Doc Rivers. I think that's a pretty obvious statement, to be honest.
Hmm.
Some people disagree. I'm like, well, you said Alex 30-13 when he got fired. I don't remember why he got fired, but I don't. I think that, he had lost the locker room. I don't. It doesn't seem like that. Why would Jay Crowder come out in support of him after all of that? I mean, hindsight's always 2020, but all in all, this is a very interesting deal. It's something that we've talked about. It's always been rumored. Giannis has always turned it away, and now it's finally here. He's decided he wants a new home, and I think there's a lot of teams like the Heat, like the Warriors, like the Knicks that are all very, very hungry for a player like Giannis right now that I think could make a desperate move. I don't know about the Heat making a desperate move. They do at least have cool heads up there, but um, yeah. What do you think about all this? Where do you think he is going to end up, and what team do you think's best for him?
Yeah, most fans would be happy with 30-13, and the Bucks apparently were not. So the obvious solution is hiring Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham. But anyways, enough slander of them for this week, I guess. Uh, the the Bucks. I don't think this makes much sense to trade them to Miami, especially if it's like the Bam trade that you mentioned, because then you have to trade Miles Turner because I don't think they really fit together too much. So maybe not there. The Warriors. That's kind of the one I'm pulling for because I just want to see Steph actually get a good teammate for the first time in a few years now.
I'm with you on
So
that.
that would be nice to see. The Knicks, I do think that is where he ultimately ends up. They just have too many players that they can offer in a package. They don't have draft capital whatsoever. They sold that all for friendship. That's not working out too well, but they do have the players that they can definitely offer. I heard rumors that they were trying to flip Mikhail for Drew Holiday and then flip Cat for Giannis. So if they are able to get moves like that done, then maybe this team that's going in the wrong direction starts to go in the right direction. But anyways, other ones I was thinking of, the Spurs would be really fun. Don't know if they have the assets to do it, but maybe offer up a couple of those guards because they have a plentiful amount of them. The Magic, we've talked about this several times. They're going to be big names at the trade deadline, I think. They need the offensive pieces, and Giannis is certainly one. The Pistons would be fun. The Blazers would be fun, especially with how good they are. As
Ooh.
long as you don't have to blow up that young core, I think they would be a lot of fun. And then, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers would be a lot of fun as well. Um, do I offer LeBron? Maybe. Do the Bucks take that? Probably not. But there's still Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, who apparently came out today and said he wanted to trade too, and plenty of future first round pick swaps and regular first round picks that they can offer. So I'm going to hold on to this dream, but it probably ends up being a New York Knicks a win in at the trade deadline again because they're really good at that, at least recently.
What about the Raptors? Because that's a team that he mentioned, and I don't know if I see the trade. I think what they would have to trade, give up to get
Mm-hmm.
Giannis would probably just end up putting them in the same spot the Bucks are. Not as bad, but like, what are you gonna have to give up in there? A Brandon Ingram, or you're gonna have to give up Emmanuel quickly, and then what's left after you piece it all together? I don't know. Maybe they have more draft capital than I know. Um, because
I mean,
that's the one thing that I've seen with a lot of these, other than Luka Doncic, of course. Like Rudy Gobert got 6 picks. Mikael Bridges got like 5 picks. I think Donovan Mitchell got about 6 or so. So it's like, huh, the Jazz have plenty of picks after the Gobert and Mitchell trade. There you go, Giannis. Um, so yeah, I just wonder if that's going to be the difference maker, is a team that actually has it, or I mean, the Knicks can give up enough players, but then you're giving up Cat. You think you're giving up Mikel in that too?
I'd say so, yeah.
So then you're going to return with a team of Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Giannis. Giannis probably playing the 4. I guess Mitchell. You can't really put Mitchell Robinson out there at the 5 with Giannis on the floor.
That is a good point.
So
Maybe
I'm
you offer
trying to,
Mitchell instead and then picks or something. I don't know.
if you can somehow get rid of Mitchell Robinson, you might have to give up Deuce McBride, which that's kind of sad. I love him in a Knicks jersey for
Yeah.
no reason, but would love to see him maybe able to extend and roll it in Milwaukee as well. So I'd question. It's one of those moves that, like, yeah, on paper, getting Giannis on the Knicks is going to look great, but how is that fit going to work? It'll get you to the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, maybe, or in this East, maybe to the Eastern Conference Finals. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the team that's better fit that's going to end up winning and getting to the finals. So it's also something that trading for Giannis now gets you, what, 3 years of him.
Yeah.
So you also would get time to build around Giannis. But when that Jalen Brunson contract back half hits, are you really going to? And you already have the expensive Giannis contract.
True.
Are you really going to be able to build around Giannis like you want to? I don't know. I don't know. Giannis creates an interesting fit on any team. I think the Warriors for sure have the best fit. And then the T Wolves are a team that were mentioned as a team going for him. I guess that's a Julius Randle.
Putting him next to Gobert makes no sense to me, but sure.
That defense is
That
absolutely
defense is really
nasty.
good, but yeah,
Like, that might be the one thing that actually makes Rudy Gobert not a defensive liability, because he doesn't have to guard the perimeter. Giannis has that covered. But
there's no spread offense though right there with that, so
yeah,
that's rough.
Giannis gonna have to figure out how to shoot threes.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because another thing I wanted to bring up was I wonder if this is going to set a different precedent because the last couple trades we've had are Luka Doncic, insane deal, and Trey Young, who basically went for no picks. So
That is a good point. A lot of undervalue.
are we going in that direction, or is Giannis going to again set a new precedent and it's going to be 24 first round picks or something like that? So I am
Yeah.
very interested to see which way it goes, and we only have a week to find out. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you, Giannis, for not announcing this 2 months ago.
Yeah, shout out Giannis for waiting it out,
Uh,
making everybody have to rush.